I have a very clear memory of Shadow. That one day that really changed. You know, Shadow was one of many African American girls at Henry High School. We had a whole crew. There was almost 100 of them. They were all bold, beautiful, black young women from North Minneapolis. You know, bunch of them had a little attitudes and, you know, quick to fight and got this and that going on. And I loved them all. And I have really just a few goals for them. One is come to school regularly. 2, come to school without having an attitude. 3, come to school, get your homework done, because it's not your parents' responsibility to get your homework done. That's on you, girlie. It's up to you to get your homework done. And 4, graduate from high school without having a baby. And 5, go to college. Go to college, because I understood and still understand and know very clearly that college is a direct pathway out for our girls to their next level. And for some of our girls like Shadow, it was literally like going to another country for Shadow, because it made such a difference. We had to get her out. And in some ways, we were almost like, we had to like really kind of almost like force the issue with her, because we knew that it would be a part of her personal deliverance, right? To get her out and get her to college. So we had a whole group of Shadows. But one day, I walked into Henry High School, and here was Shadow. She was sitting away from all the other girls. She was by herself. It was really clear to me that something was really wrong. And I took a look at the girl, and I knew that it was bigger than Shadow. It was bigger than me. This thing was a deep thing. And as it turns out, she had all of this stuff going on. You know, she was homeless. She had been kicked out. She had all this hard stuff going on at home. And you know what? I learned a long time ago that I just don't judge our girls. I just don't.
Me and my mother had a disagreement about school, so I explained to her that I was taking maybe two classes, and she didn't believe me, and she thought I was skipping, or she thought I was, I don't know what she thought. She thought I was doing other stuff in the school. So that day, she probably sent me to school after putting me out. After putting me out the house. Yes.
Yes.
And I had nowhere to go.
That was the day.
But yeah, I went to school and was sitting by myself, didn't tell nobody. I was just like trying to figure out where to go after school, probably. Yes. That was the day.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am, that was the day.
That was the day.
I would say someone should support Girls in Action, because Girls in Action supports so many girls going down the wrong path. I was the girl who was a fighter in school. I got kicked out of classes for being the fighter. I didn't know anything about college before Girls in Action. I didn't know that people around me went to college. It was just go to high school. Like, the biggest accomplishment for everybody around me was a high school diploma. And that's what I obtained to get until I saw Girls in Action. Girls in Action brought us to colleges. They showed us Black successful women. And when I mean they showed us Black successful women, I mean you brought in Black women, Black successful women. Like, you to mentor us, to show us that there's a different path in life for Black women. Don't believe the stereotype is what you guys told us. Like, there was a stereotype on TV about Black women. There's a stereotype around the world about Black women, especially North Minneapolis Black women. So, and you brought us a different light. You brought us successful Black women who taught us how to be women, who taught us a path, a different path than fighting or getting pregnant or our biggest accomplishment being a high school diploma. So I say people should support Girls in Action because Girls in Action paves the way for a lot of girls to go to college, to see themselves as bigger than what they might see themselves already, especially troubled teens like I was. I was a teen, a high-head teen who didn't listen to anybody, but all I needed was somebody to take the time out and listen to me and show me. Thank you. I really didn't have anybody to listen to me as a child. I didn't have anybody to ask me what I was going through, or I didn't have nobody to care about my home life. Like my home life was so messed up, and Girls in Action took the time to see me as a person and to see me as not just a troubled teen, not just this girl who's headed for the wrong path and who's gonna be a welfare mom. Like, you see me as so much more. You see me in a brighter light, and that's what Girls in Action did for me. You saw the person that I could become before I seen it myself. Like, I didn't even know I was gonna be a college graduate. I didn't know I was gonna. You told me I can change the world, and that's what I've been trying to do. Ever since I've been in Girls in Action, I've been trying to change the world, like you told me the first time you met me. So yes, that's what Girls in Action did for me.